Hi, so today I was thinking I'd make a video going over my top 10 favorite albums of 2025. And before I go into the list, I'd like to start by giving some honorable mentions. Firstly, to Mac Miller's second posthumous album, Balloonerism. This is a rap record with some jazz instrumentation and interesting production. Second, Bon Iver's very sad SABLE fABLE. And lastly, the cool rap metal album Tomorrow We Escape by the group Horror. And onto the list. To kick off, we have Panda Bear's Sinister Grift. And this is Noah Lennox from Animal Collective's latest solo project. It has this summery, warm, surreal, psychedelic pop sound. And a lot of the songs take inspiration from old vocal pop and garage rock. Also, there's a handful of dub and reggae tracks thrown in. Throughout the whole album, there's the spirit of Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys and their surfer rock sound. And all in all, it's just a fun listen and easy listening. At number 9, we have the Australian band Tropical Frickstorm and their album Fairytale Codex. Now, this is a twisted, warped, experimental art punk album, and it blends noise rock, infectious melodies, and theatrical performances to immerse the listeners into a surrealist depiction of societal collapse. It's not for the faint of heart. Moving on to something quite different, we have Yazz Ahmed's A Paradise in the Hole. This album presents a breathtaking mix of spiritual jazz and Bahraini folk music. The British Bahraini trumpeter and composer here creates an expansive atmosphere with Bahraini folk tales about mermaids, fishermen, and pearl hunting, for example. And this album, although it's not an easy listen, it's a very rewarding and fulfilling one. Last year, I had a period where I was really into Billy Strings, and this latest album with Bryan Sutton is one of my favorites. Here, it's a very intimate environment where they play traditional bluegrass standards from the likes of Doc Watson, Blaze Foley, and Norman Blake, with such great guitar virtuosity and super harmonies. It's a great pleasure to listen to the chemistry which Billy Strings and Bryan Sutton have, not just with each other, but also with the audience. It's a super immersive listen. Mon Laferte is a super talented Mexican-Chilean vocalist and songwriter. And this latest album, Femme Fatale, is a Latin vocal jazz album with elements of cabaret and bolero. And here, Laferte gives a sultry theatrical exploration of the femme fatale archetype. The vocal performances here are excellent, although at the same time excitedly unhinged and expressive. The songs are at times quite raunchy and gritty, and there's always a slightly dark edge to the music. I feel that the album can be summed up pretty well by the cover. Next up, we have my metal album of the year. It's by Agriculture, the LA-based black metal group, and it's their latest project, The Spiritual Sound. The album combines many different kinds of metal into subgenres like sludge, black gaze, thrash, and other extreme types. The reason it's my favorite metal album of the year is just that the sound is so visceral. It has super good guitar solos, original and bright riffs, and as well as the lyricism, which contains stuff about spirituality and Buddhism. Cancionera is the latest album from the Mexican singer-songwriter and Grammy Award winner Natalia Lafourcade. And here she really goes back to her roots and explores Mexican folk music from different regions and combines this with jazz. And it has a beautiful songwriting and vocal performances, But what I find maybe most impressive about this project is that it was all recorded on single takes using analog tape. And this creates a very obvious effect which transports the listener and gives the songs a really nice in-the-moment feel. Next up, we have Annastasia's Tether. And this is a poetic acoustic journal that blends elements of folk and soul music. It has a rich instrumental palette which combines woodwinds, strings and keys, which complement one of the most impressive and raw vocal performances which you'll hear this year. And despite the rich and various instrumentations, it remains one of the most intimate, moving and personal albums of the year. If you're into artists like Tracy Chapman or Joni Mitchell, then you'll probably enjoy this album. What I find shocking is that this is her debut album and that she's able to have so much ambition and maturity. Next up, we have the Norwegian punk band Honningbarna. And this is a band which I got to see live last year and was one of the most wild and fun concert experiences I've ever had. And I feel that a lot of the same excitement is captured on this album. The excitement is really captured by the blaring production, the great hooks and the ferocious performances. Really looking forward to seeing what they come up with next. And at number one, my favorite album of the year is Heavy Metal by Cameron Winter. This is the debut solo record by Geese frontman Cameron Winter, and Geese's new album Getting Killed is also a brilliant album worth checking out. This ironically named album contains no heavy metal, but is rather just a weird, soulful and deeply sincere piano folk / singer-songwriter album. The music is gorgeous and the lyrics are very interesting. The lyrics deal with topics like adulthood, self-loathing, and finding meaning through love, God, and music. And I feel that with this album, Cameron Winter really cements himself as one of the greatest songwriters of his generation. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'd be very curious to hear what your favorite picks are, or what your favorite albums of the year are. So please let me know in the comments or otherwise.